Oh hey, welcome to today's video. My name is Christine, this is Frugal Fit Mom, and you are watching week 2 of the Freezer Clean Out Challenge. Now in my last one, if you haven't seen that yet, of course, click up here, click down below, I'll have it all. I asked you guys if I should eat my prepared freezer meals or continue cooking, and it was very like half and half. Like half wanted one way, half wanted the other, and then the other half, wait, that's wrong. The other third said to do half and half. So we're gonna start the week by actually cooking and then see how it progresses, and then we'll just see where it takes us. We're doing something a little crazy because we're taking a lot of really random things and mixing it together to make a chicken stir fry. So let me flip you around and I'm gonna kind of show you where all of the ingredients came from. But before we do that, hit the thumbs up button. It turns the color of the shirt. Give it a go. Step 1, I have some, this was freezer burnt chicken. So you can see there's a lot of liquid that came out of this. I just had it in the fridge for like 2 days. It's finally thawed out. I'm gonna chunk it into small chunks. I have all of this jasmine rice from a HelloFresh box that I did not cook, so we're gonna use this for our rice. I found a soy sauce packet as part of that same thing. A bunch of green onions. Oh, there's another one. Some sriracha, so let's add that too. These are my flavoring packets from the stir fry kit I've been picking up at Smith's. I've been cooking the actual vegetables in my air fryer and I've been saving the seasoning packets in my fridge. So that's what these are. These are gonna be our main flavor profiles in addition to that and that. I also have some fresh ginger, so let's throw that in. Oh, and hey, garlic, let's do that too. Picked up the broccoli, florets, and carrots last week at Hades / Walmart. So I'm gonna cook these up and kind of mix them in as my main vegetable items, in addition to that and that and that. Does everything make sense? Okay, let's get cooking. While I'm chopping, I'm watching my girl Hope Scope. I've been watching her since she had like 10,000 subscribers. And also I'm using this new knife that I got from a subscriber. So once again, thank you so much. This is so sharp. I almost just cut off my finger. If you guys want to check this out, I want to say she picked it up off of Amazon. I'll try and find it and link it down below for you. The goal is to make up a marinade out of these items. Maybe a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of crushed red pepper flake, and let it marinate for an hour or 2. And I'll be adding the sauces after it's cooked, so it kind of makes a thicker sauce for the rice and veggies. My jasmine rice is in my Instant Pot. It was 2 cups of rice and 3 cups of water. And I also have these limes that I'm gonna use with this guy. And make sure you put it in the right way, because in my last video I did not. It goes that way. Okay, if you've never done this, so I just put this in my drink, with fresh lime, you haven't lived. The lime like takes it over the top. It's amazing. Give that a little stir. So I like to do half a lime in this full big, I think this is 44-ounce cup. So I have 3 more glasses of water right there. Try it, you won't be disappointed. I have everything in my pot. I threw my chicken in first to cook all the way through. And I added the broccoli, the carrots, a little bit of the green onions, the zucchini that I had, just a little bit, the garlic, ginger, and I had like a cup of edamame in the fridge, so I threw that in too. So I'm just gonna put the lid on low and let all of this, like all the vegetables get soft, make sure the chicken's cooked all the way through, and then I'm gonna add the rest of my sauces. Here's my freezer burnt chicken stir fry with all of my vegetable random stuff I threw in. I also added some roasted Brussels sprouts that I had in my air fryer from a different night. They were just leftovers. Thought it would be nice. And the rice is on the bottom, I promise. It's down there. But I like it. Just a ton of veggies, a little bit of chicken, great tasting sauce, and some extra veggies here on the side. I was about to make raspberry ice cream, and then I realized I didn't have an apron on. And anytime I work with very, very bright red food products, tomatoes, berries, I always splash it on my clothes. So I'm very proud of myself for remembering to put an apron on today. I have 4 cups of raspberries. These are from my garden and they were frozen, but you could use fresh raspberries. I've done this same ice cream recipe with huckleberries with horrendously good results. I would imagine you could use any berry, but those are the only 2 that I've used so far. Okay, I'm gonna strain the raspberries so I get all the seeds and pulp and stuff out. I really only want the juice. It takes a few minutes in your fine mesh strainer and a spatula to kind of mush all the juicy pulp through the holes.
Once upon a time, the first time you made this, we had just barely gotten the ice cream maker, right?
I think so, yeah.
Because you had never really liked any of the ice cream makers that you had had.
No, I hate the ones that come with the, like, you have to get the rock salt and the ice, and like, I hate that.
So this ice cream maker really kind of forced you, well, not forced you, but like encouraged you to try making ice cream again in a new way.
In an easier way.
In an easier way.
Yeah.
And the first time we tasted it, it was like, holy cow. I don't think I've been living.
I think I made the huckleberry one first. And it was
oh yeah, the huckleberry
shocking.
Was so good.
'Cause I like huckleberries, but I don't like raspberries.
Yeah, huckleberry ice cream.
It was money.
And for those of you wondering, huckleberries really only grow in like Idaho and Montana.
Good.
So between the raspberries and the huckleberries, I'll just say the fall in Idaho is berry season, and it is awesome for homemade ice cream. And so the fact that we're able to freeze some and make it all throughout the year is just awesome. The fact that I have a wife that knows how to do it and is willing.
It's only because I have that better ice cream maker.
I know.
And the great part is I'm cleaning out the freezer right now.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Check it.
Here's all my raspberry pulp. I actually got a lot out of there. Hey, ice cream is actually not that hard to make. And this is one of my favorite recipes. It's a really nice base to add whatever flavors you want to. So I have sugar and 2 eggs in here that I'm gonna try and whisk. Maybe I'll have Dave whisk. It's, you can do it. And I'm going to very slowly pour in my, I'd say hot-ish, half and half. I will leave the full recipe for this down below for you. You go slowly so you don't end up with scrambled eggs. And don't splash it out.
Well, you didn't tell me that. You said whisk it.
I have to tell you to not splash it out. Why are you still splashing everywhere? Maybe you need an apron. Okay, 1 cup of heavy cream.
So you whisk that too?
Yeah. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. How cute is this little measuring cup? I love it. Of course, fresh lemon juice would be better, but make it work, people. 1/4 cup of corn syrup. And here comes the raspberries. Okay, this is my ice cream base. I'm just incorporating the rest of the raspberries. Going to want to stick this in the fridge for a couple hours before you make your ice cream so it's cold when you start. My batter has sufficiently cooled. So I'm gonna put it in my Cuisinart ice cream maker. This is the kind where you just keep this bowl in the freezer and you turn it on and it spins. And it takes approximately 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes to make soft serve. Okay, the ice cream's done. It's very, very soft right now. So Dave's gonna do a little taste-roo.
Oh, buddy.
Raspberries are just not my jam.
You gotta just try a bite.
No, I don't really want to. I don't like them. They don't taste good to me. You're gonna make me take the ice cream away from you? It's the end of the night. Today, 9:30, and we're tired, and we're about to go to bed, which means Dave is gonna do his nightly routine of taking his CBD oil. Today's video is sponsored by Ned. They also sponsored a video that I did a little while ago where I talked about their lip balms and body butters, but today we're gonna talk about the CBD oil a little bit more. But before I do that, I do wanna mention that the body butter is like magic. Really, really great stuff. So if you have psoriasis or probably eczema, I would imagine as well, it's really helped his like outbreaks across his face. He had one spot on his arm. It went away super, super fast. Anyway, Dave's been doing the CBD oil, so I thought he should tell you, like, why did you start doing it? Why did you keep doing it? Is it disgusting? Since we had it, I decided to research like the benefits of CBD oil. Why would you take it in the first place, right? And the most obvious reasons are for relaxation, to help with anxiety, stress, things like that. They can help you fall asleep better, which I think is good for everybody, especially like right now with all the crazy happening. Like, it's crazy, right? Yeah. A lot of people are stressed about their jobs, so it can be super helpful for that. But one of the other things is that it's shown to help with people who have diabetes, some kind of heart issues, which was really surprising to me.
And since I have both of those in my family, I was like, well, let's give it a try.
Yeah, like, why not? It's not like it gets you high.
It's not how it works.
It's not how it works. So you just put it under your tongue. And I like Ned because they source their products in their home state of Colorado. They do a cold extraction. So everything they get is super, super high quality, which is amazing. Dave's been doing it for a couple weeks. So what are the benefits that you've noticed. Have you noticed anything at all?
The first thing that I noticed was that the stress and sleep came first. Like I got rid of the stress a little bit, and I was going to sleep faster. In fact, where I really noticed it was one of the first nights that I had to go without it. I was on a business trip, and I was like, oh, I'm kind of out of routine. I was just getting a little bit of just a nice calm down in the evening right before bed. So,
what does it smell like to you?
It smells like outside mountain plants.
There you go. I mean, Dave's been liking it so far. If you guys want to try out any of their CBD oil line, you can head on over to helloned.com/FFM for 15% off and free shipping. Let's go to bed, and I'll see you tomorrow with some more recipes. Hey, tonight's a little crazy. I've been running all over the place. I have a freezer meal. I have stuffed peppers in here in these 2 huge Tupperwares. And so this is gonna clear out a ton of room in my upstairs freezer, which means I can move up some of my downstairs freezer stuff up or something like that. From totally frozen, when you do stuffed peppers, hold up, I'm gonna show you. So I have, these are huge, 5 huge stuffed peppers in here. You can just take them totally frozen like this and cover them with something and stick it in the microwave for about 2-3 minutes. Totally good. So that's what we're doing for dinner tonight. This dish might look a little familiar if you watched my last extreme grocery budget challenge video, which was the food pantry video. I had made up this chicken salad with the apples in it because I had all these apples from the food pantry box, and I decided they'd be good in a chicken salad. And Haley and Dave just raved and raved and raved about it, and I had this freezer burned chicken, and I thought this would be the perfect application. We would make a chicken salad. I had some lettuce, so I shredded that up and cleaned it in my salad spinner. If you guys haven't checked one of these out, you clearly do not watch my friend Jen's channel, but I'll leave a link down below for you if you want to. It's the best ever. I have broken several salad spinners in the past, and so far this one has held up to my abuse. I pulled out these protein up, flat out, I don't know what that is, wrap out of the freezer, and so we made like little chicken salad wraps out of them, and I didn't realize it until after I served it to the kids, but these are spicy. They have like crushed red pepper flakes in the wrap, and so they're taking a bite. Even Dave was like, what is so spicy in here? It was really funny, but they ended up all eating it and it was fine. Okay, I know I already made the coconut date truffle bites in a different video, but we're gonna make them in today's video as well because they ended up being really good, and I was gonna make them for my daughter's volleyball tournament, and then that was canceled because of the virus, but I'm gonna make them anyway. So I have my food processor right here. You can use any one you want, and we're gonna start with our salted almonds that I picked up at Sam's Club. And because now I have a 2/3 cup measuring cup, my life is complete. Wow, that smells good. I actually bought enough dates to like make this twice. Huh? Oh my gosh, eat this. There's a roasted salted almond.
Bro, just those would be good for a tournament.
I know. I usually buy the raw ones, but
Can I try one?
these are fab. Yeah, they're good. Okay, next up I'm gonna add 30 dates. I grabbed this pitted dates bag from Walmart. This is like the cheapest way I found to buy it, even cheaper than the bulk bins where I bought it last time. And I'm trying to remember if I'm supposed to add the other stuff too, or just this. I think I'll just do this and then I'll add the others. It almost looks like I'm turning this into almond butter. That would be okay, actually. I have 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I'm gonna go heaping tablespoons. A half a cup of coconut flakes. This time I have the unsweetened kind. Okay, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Okay, we're gonna mix this up and then form balls and stick them in the fridge to chill. After they chilled, I dipped them in some melted chocolate, which hardened very, very quickly, and my family basically pounced on these. There's almost none left. I would have to make a quadruple batch to make this last longer than 1 day. It's ridiculous. Okay, next freezer clean out is meatballs. I got a lot of people telling me I should make meatballs, and you know what? I haven't made meatball subs in a very long time. I used to make meatball subs for my family. Well, it was a much smaller family back then. homemade meatballs, and I would like broil them in the oven with the meatballs and the spaghetti sauce and the mozzarella cheese, like hot and melty and delicious. And so I was like, you know what, that's what we're gonna do this time. So I pulled some ground beef out of the freezer, and I think I had some ground beef left over from one of those mailbox kits, and I didn't actually make the kit, so I threw that in there too. You're only supposed to use 1.5 pounds for this recipe, but I ended up with probably 2 pounds of meatballs, and you'll see later, but I had too many meatballs for the meatball subs, so I went ahead and made actually a second dinner out of it since I was already doing it and they were already cooked. And while I was doing this, I remembered why I don't make meatballs. First of all, they use so much meat that they're actually fairly expensive. Like, it's kind of one of the reasons I don't make meatloaf often. Like, if I didn't have a freezer stocked full of half a cow, then this would not be something I would be doing. And I don't particularly enjoy the meatball rolling process. I don't have a good technique. I'm not very good at it. My mom never really made meatballs. At least I don't remember her making meatballs. So it feels very out of my element to me. So if you guys have some tips, I would love to hear your meatball making tips. How big should they be? That's something else. Like, I don't know how big they're supposed to be. I felt like mine were fairly large. And then here I'm putting together the meatball subs after the meatballs cooked in the oven for a while. So those are fully cooked, and I have 2 meatballs on each roll. Douse it in the sauce, douse it in mozzarella cheese, and I actually just broiled them for about 5 minutes just to melt the cheese and make the sauce hot. You definitely want a very sturdy bread when you do this. If you have a soft bread, it's going to get all squishy and melty and no good. But this bread was like nice and firm and had some bite to it. It was amazing. Like, Dave took a bite and he was like, oh my gosh, why do we not make this more often? And then I took a bite and I thought the exact same thing. So this might be going on the meal plan a little bit more often. Okay, next you're going to see the next other meal. I just took the rest of the sauce and the meatballs and cooked up some elbow pasta because I had a bunch of it, and served it like spaghetti style, but it's not spaghetti. So basically got 2 meals out of those meatballs I made, which was awesome, right? 2 meals of eating off of 1 day of prep. Okay, that is the end of this video. I apologize for the horrible lighting, but everybody is in bed, all the lights are off, it's dark outside, whereas usually there's nice white sunlight coming through this window. I hope you guys enjoyed all the stuff I made out of my freezers this last week. And what's weird is with the current situation in the world, I wouldn't even say my country because it is a worldwide issue, the pandemic that's going on, I would say week 3 is gonna look a little different. So I would wait maybe a week and a half-ish to see the next installment of my Clean Out the Freezer challenge. Don't worry, I am still cleaning them out. I have a lot to go through. I gotta make sure I use all this old stuff before it goes bad and I can't use it anymore. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. As always, I will leave like links to products that I used and recipes that I used, if I can find them, down below in the description box for you. If you try any of the recipes, let me know and tell me what you think about them. And you can always tag me on Instagram with my handle at Frugal Fit Mom 6, and I will repost the recipe that you've tried that you got from my channel. So thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.